Hello everybody and happy Friday. I am having some troubles with my streaming software, so you get a little bit of a different video today, but I'm still here. As you guys know, I couldn't make it on Tuesday night and my streaming software did not post my video for me and it was lost forever. And I've actually already recorded this video once and my streaming software cut off half of it. So I'm now on my phone, a good old reliable iPhone. So I've got this super fun fancy fold card to share with you today. It is called a gatefold card and it's got this cute little bow that you just untie and then you can open your card up like this. It says happy birthday, you really are the best. This I used the In Bloom bundle actually to make this card. So I'll show you how I did that. Before we get into this though, I do just want to mention our March hostess code. So if you head over to stampinwithlindsayl.blogspot.com and you click on shop now and place an order. If you are ordering under $200, you'll want to enter this hostess code, VG69WEJ2. When you enter that code and you spend under $200, I will enter your name into a draw to win the free hostess benefits for this month. If you're going to be spending over $200, I highly recommend that you don't use this code because Stampin' Up! Will automatically give you some free product. As well, if you're going to be spending close to $200, let's say even $165, you might want to think about getting the starter kit instead, because you get to pick out $165 in whatever product you want and you'll only spend $135 for that $165 worth of product. So you're getting $30 off plus free shipping, plus Stampin' Up! Will throw in a $30 paper pumpkin kit. Not to mention then you'll get 20% off all future orders. So if you are going to be ordering a lot, I highly recommend you get the starter kit, because it's either you have no obligation to sell, but then you get to take advantage of that 20% discount. A couple other things I want to go through as well are some card classes that I've got coming up. So on the first Monday of every month at 7:30, I am going to be on Zoom and I want to meet with some of my new and beginner stampers who maybe haven't stamped before or haven't stamped very much. And you'd like to see what my workshops are all about. Our next class, we're going to be making a card from this all-inclusive kit called the Hello Dear Friend kit. If you would like a card from this kit, let me know and I will mail it to you so that you can stamp along with me. And the class will just be about 15 minutes, half an hour, just so I can show you what things are all about, okay? And I'll introduce you to this kit. This kit's pretty awesome because it comes with everything you need in order to make 12 cards. So I'll set that aside. And another class I've got coming up, it's on March 26th, and it is the Sweet Ice Cream Workshop. Now we have passed the deadline to be able to order the stamp set. However, I am offering this class as just a kit class. So for $10, I can send you the kit so that you can make the cards. And if you have the Sweet Ice Cream stamp set, great, you can use it to make these cards, or you can use any other greeting card that you might have. I'll just show you this one. This is the one fancy fold we're going to be making. It's called a band card. So you slide the little band off and it opens just like that. Similar to the card that I'm going to be showing you how to make tonight. So let me get my band back on there. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to set those aside. All right, so we'll get into this card that I've made for you for our fancy fold. All right, so you're going to want a card base. So this card base measures 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and then it's scored at 2 1/8 inch by 6 3/8 inch. And you're just going to fold in each side and burnish it with a bone folder. So fold in and burnish. Okay, so that's your base. For the back of your card, you're going to want another piece of petal pink cardstock that measures 4 1/8 inch by 5 3/8 inch. You're going to want a piece of basic white cardstock for the inside of your card. This measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inch. And what I'm going to do is stamp this first. So I've pulled that cute little greeting that says happy birthday, you really are the best. And I've got my Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad. And I'm just going to ink up my stamp. And line it up sort of towards the top here. And just stamp. Now I'm stamping before I adhere this to my card so that in case I make a mistake, then I can just flip it over and stamp on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the inside of my card, and I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal to do that. So let's get my seal going, and I'll just put a few strips here, just like so, and glue it down. Okay, now for the front of your card, you're going to want some cardstock. So I have the Paper Plumes DSP. These two pieces measure 2 inches by 5 3/8 inch. And the Paper Plumes DSP is now a retired Saleabration item. But I have carried over Saleabration for my customers only. So if you place a $60 order this month, you will get to pick from a variety of Saleabration items. And it will be while supplies last, because I only have a few of each. So get your orders in quick, because then you can get your hands on this paper as well to make this card. I think I have like 2 or 3 packs, so I don't really have that many. Actually, instead of using seal, I'm going to use my mono multi-glue, and I'm going to adhere this to the front of the card. And the reason why I'm using the mono multi-glue is because it'll just give me a little bit of wiggle room before it dries for me to get it nice and straight on there. And you don't need very much. So I'm going to glue one on this side, just like so. Perfect. And we'll get some glue on this other piece here. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my streaming software. Just it was working fantastic, and now all of a sudden, just because I tried to pre-record a video, it doesn't want to work. I guess it only likes being live because it is a streaming software. So next time I'm live, I'll just use the software again. But when I have to pre-record, I think this works just fine. So the reason why I'm pre-recording too is because I'm actually heading to the mountains this weekend. So I'm super excited about that. I will be in Jasper. All right, so I've taken the In Bloom bundle, comes with these fantastic dies, and I don't know if you can see, but they're all sort of like stitched, and it has this cute little label as well as part of the dies. So I've cut one of these out already, as well as a flower, a center, and a couple of leaves. So I just cut this out of some basic white cardstock, and what I need to do is kind of create like a buckle for it. So as you can see with this, I've got some holes that I've punched so that the ribbon can go behind the label. And the punch that I used is called the Detailed Trio Punch. There's this cute little oval on this side, and I'm just going to line this up, center it approximately, and punch, and do the same thing on the other side. Line it up so I'm about center, and punch. And I'll throw out these little punch pieces, set my label to the, or my punch to the side, and now I've got this cute little piece I can decorate. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my flower to the front of my label, and I'm just going to use one of these big dimensionals to do that. And you only need one, so I'll put that right about here. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to get some mini dimensionals, and on the tip of this leaf I'm going to put a mini dimensional, and then I'm going to tuck it inside and underneath my petals, just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing with this leaf. So just bear with me a second here. You know, with the technical difficulties I've been having this week, a mountain getaway is exactly what I needed. All right, so just like that, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with the center. I'm gonna use a little dimensional on the back of this, and I'm gonna put it in the center of my flower, just like so. And I wanna add some bling to the center of my flower. So I'm just gonna get my rhinestone basic jewels here, and my take your pick tool, and I'm just gonna put some rhinestones, cluster them in 3 in the center. You know, this is the 3rd time I'm making this card because my first video didn't work. So I'll have 3 of these, so I'll have extras to give out to people, which is great, actually. Okay, so our little label for the front of the card is done. So now I need some ribbon. So the ribbon I'm using is this Night of Navy ribbon that you can find in the Playing with Patterns combo pack. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, on my label, feed it so that the ribbon sits behind my flower. Okay. And I'm gonna, that should be about enough ribbon. So I want to have, let's say about 6 or so, 6 to 8 inches hanging off the right side of your label. And what you're going to do is flip it over, and to keep the ribbon in place, you're going to get one of these larger dimensionals, and you're going to put it over top of the ribbon and only on 1/2, so on the left. So if your end piece is on the right, you want to put your large dimensional on the left of your back of your label. And the reason why you only want 1 is because you only want to stick the label to one of the doors on your card, right? So you can open it up. So I'm just going to line this up in the center and stick it down. And then I'm going to figure out, so I've still attached to the spool here, and that's because I need to figure out how much ribbon I need now. So now I'm going to wrap it around the back and bring it to the front. And I'm going to tie a knot. And then I'm going to bring these 2 up and get it so that they're about the same length. There we go. Now I can put my ribbon to the side. So we're almost done here. So now we're going to close our card up, and you're going to want to tie a little bow. I'm not the best at tying bows, so let's see how this goes. So I usually use my pinky finger as a way to hold down the center. But let's see. I'm going to use my ring finger that time. I'm the worst at tying bows, actually. Oh, that one wasn't too bad, actually. I surprised myself. All right, so I've got this cute little bow tied. And now you can see kind of like the bow moves. To prevent this from happening, this is where we're going to stick this extra piece of petal pink cardstock. So I'm just going to take my Stampin' seal and run it along the edge here. Just like so. And put a couple more down here. Okay. So now I'm just going to stick this to the back of my card so that it'll hold my ribbon in place for me. So I think I'm happy with it there. So now I'm just going to stick this back piece on. And there you have it. Now it needs a little bit more bling, I think, personally, because I love cards with bling. So I'm going to get out my rhinestone basic jewels again. And I'm just going to plop a couple on each door, just like so. We'll put another one over here, and one there. There you have it. That is it, folks. So how fun and adorable is this card? It's a great way, if you already have the Paper Blooms DSP, it's a great way to use up some of that DSP. I'm afraid to untie this bow. It's so perfect. So I'm going to show you on this one. So yeah, so there you go, guys. How much fun is this? I just absolutely love this card. So adorable, so fun. Make sure that you like and share this video so I can enter you into a draw to win some of these cards that I make during the month. I'm a little behind with February, but I still plan on doing that draw and getting some of these cards out to you so that you guys can reuse them yourself. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic Friday and a fantastic weekend, and we will see you Tuesday for Technique Tuesday. Happy stamping!